Well, hi there. So guess what? You just bought a house. You closed escrow and you're really excited, but there are some things you kind of need to take care of now. And sometimes you don't think about it, but you've just signed a ton of paperwork, believe me, I know all too well. And so you're going to want to keep copies of some of that stuff. You know, your lender, contact info, which you get that every month probably, but your appraisal, property survey, inspections. I really encourage you to keep a home inspection because it's a good way to remind yourself of projects that you might want to do down the road. You know, maybe they weren't that big a deal, but it's something to keep an eye on. Maybe your water heater's near the end of its useful life, right? So it's it's good to keep that in mind. Closing documents, you always want to have your settlement statement, your closing disclosure, so that you can give that to your tax preparer so that they can make sure you get all the appropriate credits. Insurance documents obviously are really important. Another thing is setting up utilities, right? You got to have your electricity, your Wi-Fi, your gas, your water, all that stuff you need in your name. And I can tell you one of the worst things is the gas, because if you fail to do that and the seller turns off the gas, at least where we are here in Southern California, you might have to wait, one of those 8 to 8 windows on Tuesday to get your gas turned on. So it's better to just get your name changed in there and not have to worry about getting it turned off and back on. And your address, all the places you need to update your address, right? Obviously the post office, but what about the DMV? What about your voter registration, which is kind of timely right now? Subscriptions, all your credit cards, financial, banks, all that stuff. And you should also update where you work, let them know you've moved so that if they ever need to, they can reach you there. And then one last thing is to inspect and secure your home. So you've got a new house and, I know the home inspector talked to you and your agent told you, probably want to change locks, but go ahead and just make sure that you know how to shut off the water, you know how to shut off the gas, you do change your locks. Make sure, the truth is by now your smoke detectors should be operable. The home inspector should have tested them, the appraiser should have tested them, so that should be fine. But one thing we don't always think about is what about if something goes wrong? How do I get out of my house? So be sure to review your options for getting out of the house at a fire or other emergency. So those are some good tips for you after you've closed escrow and while you're enjoying your new home. Thank you.